Hey everyone. Hey Facebook. Welcome to the Little Black Couch. My name is Aaron Stewart. Happy to be with you on this journey of entrepreneurship. Kind of a cool thing happened to me today. I wasn't expecting it to be this cool. It's definitely not something I didn't even know was going to happen today. But when I got to participate and join in, it was awesome. It was really, really cool. And I want to talk about it. So we're going to jump right in and have a little chat from the little. We're back. Look who's with us already. Lance! Dude, I feel like I need to send you money. You're faithful. I appreciate it so very much. So welcome to Lance, who I must announce, dude, your new logos and the new branding that you're doing there, awesome. Really cool. I'm excited for it. I'm serious. You got to have a store. I want a brown t-shirt with your new logo. Dude. Big too, like comfy, hang out around the house. I mean, I know I'm in Provo, but come on, right? I can wear Wyoming colors. I'm cool. I'm good with that, being an ASU dude. But hey, but whatever. Anyway, good to have Lance here. Good dude, does great lives. Definitely check him out online. So today I wanted not a big, huge live or anything like that, but I had the opportunity to join in to I'm in this little group about how to use your podcast to make a difference, right? To how to grow your podcast, how to get a bigger audience. And I've had a podcast for a while, and it's almost a year old, honestly. So I've had it for a while, and so this was a super interesting topic for me. I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed, as my grandmother used to say, but it doesn't matter when all you need is a hammer. It doesn't need to be very sharp, right? So I was really interested. It's a cool topic, and oh, nice! Looks like we are going to get T-shirts. So I will definitely announce them here on the Little Black Couch when we have those T-shirts available. So because that'll be awesome. Really cool logo. Okay, so I was really interested in it. I had actually, so it was put on by a couple guys who I think are brilliant in the podcast space. And I've actually worked with both of them on helping me with my podcast. Okay, so one, Parker Woodward, and the other one is Evans Putnam. And they have kind of joined together and created a Facebook group on podcasting. And so I was fortunate to join in. And then they had a live today where it was a discussion. And Parker Woodward, who actually is here locally, it was a cool thing. Okay, so I just want to bring up my screen really. I'll give you kind of a screenshot of what we saw. So there it is. You've got Parker Woodward there on the right-hand side, and then you've got Dave Woodward over on the left-hand side. Dave works at ClickFunnels. Parker's here at school here in Provo. But Parker's doing a bunch of podcast stuff, and Dave, his dad, has a very successful podcast. So he had his dad on as a guest. And, when I heard about the show and stuff, I thought, oh, that'd be cool. It'd be cool to learn about podcasts and things. But I was so amazed. It was so fun to see a father and a son discuss something that they had mutual interest in. I mean, obviously it was they have this obviously they're family and they love each other and you love your kids immensely, but they also have these shared interests in entrepreneurship and now in podcasts. And I thought it was very, very cool to see how that goes. Look who's here, our good friend Ben. Our good friend Ben, the many chat bots wizard. Is that Kevin on either side of you there? I've never noticed that in your icon there, Ben. Is that Kevin? I believe it's Kevin, which is the name of Ben's bot. So hey Ben, good to have you here. But anyway, it was so fun to watch Parker interview his dad, and it was so fun. It was cool how it started out because Parker came online, and again, I don't want to embarrass anybody or whatever, but it was beautiful. The whole thing was beautiful. So Parker came online, and he was having some technological problems, which happen all the time live, right? So, I mean, oh no, where did I go? Or, oh no, we've got that. And, you know, all kinds of crazy stuff can happen when you're live. You just never know. And so Parker was struggling a little bit trying to get everything up and going and trying to figure it out. And I don't know if anybody really noticed this, but I mean, he was trying to add his dad and trying to do all this, and he was getting a little frustrated, which it happens all the time online, especially when you're live. All of a sudden, a new live comes up, a new live feed comes up, and it's on this page, and there's Dave. He's there, and he adds his son in. And then they have the interview. And I thought, how awesome is that? Like, even in the midst of all of this, like any other guest, right? Any other guest you'd have on your podcast, they just sit there and wait for you. But here's a father and a son, and the son is struggling a bit, and in comes dad. I'm going to get choked up. Darn it. Shoot. In comes dad to save the day. Awesome. Really cool. So it was an awesome podcast. I mean, it was really, really cool. It's a closed group. I'm not going to share any information in there because that's theirs to share. But it was really amazing information. Dave Woodward has an amazing podcast. He had awesome advice. Parker asked amazing questions. It was just a really good interview all the way around. But the cool stuff was, you know what? As I was watching it, I thought to myself, so obviously my oldest son has just returned from his church mission, and he's actually on the other side of that wall right there. He's got a computer set up and whatever. We've been trying to get some things done with thumbnails and trying to work some things out. He's a brilliant graphic artist. And anyway, so we're just trying to work some things out. So this entrepreneurship idea is, and having your son nearby is obviously very emotional, very close to me. We haven't seen our boy in 2 years, and it's so great to have him home. So to see this today, and again, I'll bring it up, I guess, but to see this today was so cool. To see it work out, how dad came in, helped his son get online. And then they had the conversation. He shared a ton of great value. I don't know. It was just really cool. And I thought to myself, you know what? That's what I want. Someday I want to have something built and something done where I have that relationship. Obviously, you've always got a relationship with your children. But if you can then give them this gift of entrepreneurship, and if you can then have some sort of expertise in some area that they really need from you in order to develop their own business, what a cool thing as a father to be able to give back to their children. And so I got super motivated and had a very good rest of the day thinking, okay, I have got to do better. I've got to get out there. I've got to build more, do more, learn more, prepare myself. So when my child gets to a point where it's like, hey, you know what, Dad, I've realized in my business, I could really use your help. I'm ready to go. I'm totally ready to go. And so that's what I'm looking forward to. And that's what is, that's what's driving me today. I know that's going to continue to drive me for a long time. And I don't think that I will be getting rid of this. I took this obviously screenshot, but I'm going to keep that for a while. I think it's pretty cool. That's what I'm going to strive for the next little while. So whatever it takes, folks. What does it take to get your passion up and going? Yeah, totally right, Lance. I love this. Yeah, building a legacy in business. Oh, this is cool. This is cool too. Let me add that too. Shows the love and guidance of a good father. Amen, brother. I totally agree. Yeah, it was cool today. What came out of it was probably more than, I mean, it was great information, but the emotional side of it and seeing how it all worked out and how it came to pass definitely had probably more of an effect on me than the information. And I love the information. It was exactly what I needed to hear. And I'm looking forward to implementing and changing a few of my strategies to follow along with what was recommended, because it was really amazing advice. But as far as long-term passion goes, and as far as keeping the drive alive, the relationship between father and son, father and child, was really cool. And that then reminds me to bring in our good friend Buddy, the little black couch. Isn't that nice? Isn't that nice? Isn't that great? Father and son there sitting on the couch. I don't know, not many sit on top of each other on the couch. I just got a little uncomfortable. But anyway, that's kind of the idea. They're standing, you know what? Actually, I'm going to save this. They're standing in front of the couch, but the bottom half of them is invisible. That doesn't work, does it? How about this? There. Is that better? Is everybody less offended? Oops, Nick, you all right? Yeah, he seems fine. So anyway, getting a little goofy there. Okay, folks, so that's it. Hey, let's make sure that we learn and do everything we can, so when our kids come to us eventually, someday, somewhere, and they need advice or they need help or whatever it is, and hopefully it's an entrepreneurship, we're ready to go. We've got something we can offer. We are ready to bail them out and help them with technology or whatever they need to get their business up and going. And this was such a beautiful example of it today. I wanted to share. So till next time, Aaron Stewart from the Little Back Couch. Thank you for being an entrepreneur. We are changing the world. We are answering the unanswerable questions out there and solving the unsolvable problems that most people will never take the opportunity to do, right? Most people will never put their neck out that far. Most people will not take on the risk to go out and solve problems that need to be solved, that make life easier for everybody around us. And that is our lot in life as entrepreneurs. That's what we get done. Yeah, behind the couch would be better. I don't know. There was a, okay, this is all your fault, Lance. A short little story for all of you who were here for entrepreneurship. Clear out, because this is a totally personal story that you don't need to hear. Okay, so when I was little, we lived in a house just up in Oak Hills here in Provo, and I'm the first of 7. Okay, so I'm the oldest. And when I remember when I was super little, we had there was so much excitement around our house especially with my mom, because we were all going to get together. So I think it was just me and my sister at that time. She was a year younger than me. My mom had 4 kids in diapers, cloth diapers, under the age, I was 2. Okay, so brutal. So I was 2, my sister was 1, and then there was 2 little ones, babies and we were all in cloth diapers. I'm a bit of a slow learner. So, but beside the point, so we were downstairs. I actually was pretty potty trained at this point. So my mom had 4 kids, so her life's crazy, but she was super excited because it was the launch of Sesame Street, if you can believe it. I've been around that long. So we were going to watch the very first episode of Sesame Street together, and we did, and it was awesome. And I loved Sesame Street after that. I watched it constantly. But it was so good, so we watched it down in our basement, and we had our only TV down there, and I would watch Sesame Street. Well, I didn't want to miss anything of Sesame Street, and so we had this sectional couch that kind of went around like this, and then it provided a nice little corner area, So I would just hop over the back of the couch and just go, use the bathroom back there. Just let it out. Lance is a plumber. You know what that probably. So over the course of a couple weeks, it got to the point where my mother was freaking out that the basement smelled so badly. I mean, she's a clean freak, and so she's cleaning up everything, and she cannot figure it out. And then she snuck down one day and caught me in the corner with my head back, taking care of the business that young boys need to take care of sometimes when they're watching shows and had a lot of apple juice. And she freaked out. So Lance, not necessarily behind the couch. That's your fault. You brought that up. That was a memory for all of you. So anyway, needless to say, the moral of the story for me, we never had a sectional that had a little hiding corner place for the kids when they were growing up. Aha. Okay, so that's it. Thanks for being entrepreneurs. Thanks for joining me today. Until next time, Aaron Stewart from the Little Black Couch. Lots of entrepreneurial wisdom and other things in every episode. See ya.